Well, this week has been crazy for DJ news. 3 different DJ softwares have updated their platforms with some pretty cool and major updates that I think anyone that uses the softwares will enjoy. Let's get started with Serato. They've updated Serato DJ Pro to version 3.1, and this new release adds mappable pad modes to all official Serato accessories. That means things like these Rain 12s behind me, or if you're in a big club, CDJ 2000s, 2000 Nexus 2s, 3000s, you can now map the pad modes to the cue buttons on the decks, which is huge. I actually tried it out last night. The setup was Pioneer S9 and 2000 Nexus 2s, and having the stems mapped to the CDJs and not having to switch pad modes on the S9 was so freeing. Not having to fumble through switching pad modes is super clutch. I kind of go fast. I'm not the slowest DJ in the world, so sometimes I need to switch between, using the instrumental echo out or the instrumental break in the pad mode. Then I have to switch back to the cue points to cue up the next record. It can get a little tricky, but now having the stems on the actual CDJs will free that up and make that a lot easier. Secondly, Denon has updated Engine DJ to version 3.3, and this has some major updates. And the cool thing and what I love about Engine DJ is the fact that from their cheapest devices, which is something like the Numark Mixstream Pro, all the way up to their flagship stuff like the SC6000 media players, they pretty much all get the updates. And this one includes one of my favorite features from Traktor way back in the day that I loved, that pretty much no other DJ software has, and that is a phase meter on the decks. Now, sort of like how on CDJs you have the phase meter at the top, where it's lines that you have to line up to make sure the beat grids are correct. The phase meter on Traktor and now the phase meter on Engine DJ will let you know how far off from being perfectly beat matched you are. It's a nice visual representation and really quick to use, super visual. You can just glance down and pitch bend and adjust the deck to make sure it's on point. I loved it in Traktor. I tried it out on my Mixstream Pro, love it on there, and I'm excited to see, after all of these years, how much more Denon can pack into Engine DJ. And finally, Algoriddim has updated DJ Pro to version 5, and this one has a complete rewrite of what they call Neural Mix AI, aka stems, and I must say it sounds great. Sounds a lot better than the previous version of Neural Mix, and you gotta give it up to Algoriddim. They're the first major DJ software to include stems in their software, and back then it was pretty groundbreaking, but over the last few years it's kind of fallen behind the other DJ softwares out there that have stems integrated. I'll say Serato and Virtual DJ sounded better than this previous version of Algoriddim DJ, but this new one sounds so good. They teamed up with another software company that specializes in stem separation, and they did a great job with it. I'll say that if Algoriddim can figure out a way to be able to plug a phone with Algoriddim DJ into a club standard setup, Nexus Mixer, CDJs, I might give it a try every once in a while, because there's some really cool features, and just having that ability to use stems on a CDJ setup without the need of a computer. You currently can't do that with Rekordbox, with USB sticks, but if they could do it with the phone, I would love to do that. I also enjoy the fact that the software is pretty much the same software on iPhone, on iPad, on your laptop. The way that they have it in pretty much every segment is super commendable, and I really hope to see more from Algoriddim in the future and more people start using it, more bigger names. I know Laidback Luke has been using it a lot, but he's switched to like a smaller controller, and although he's still killing it, there's something about Laidback Luke not using actual decks that I kind of miss. Also, they added a bunch of cool fader effects that were a collaboration with DJ Angelo. Two of the cool ones is there's now one where you cut in with a crossfader and it'll start as an acapella, and as you go across, it'll start mixing in the actual music the instrumental behind the acapella, so that's super cool. I could see that being super useful for a lot of open format sets. And then the other one that's really cool is that they now have a tempo transition built into the crossfader moving over. So say you have a track that's 100 BPM and another one that's 120, it'll automatically sync it, and as you move the crossfader over, it'll make that tempo jump for you. I've done videos in the past showing you how to do that in Serato using sync and having to move the pitch faders on the decks, but now this can all be done just by moving the crossfader. Super cool, and I'm super excited to give Algoriddim more of a try. All right, guys, that's it for this week's DJ news. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you use any of these platforms, they're pretty much all free to update. If you've used them previously, definitely update. All three have some really cool features. I'll be using that stem pad mode on the decks pretty much in all my sets from now on. Like I said, I updated my mix stream and I love seeing the new updates for that, and I can't wait to see what else is in store for the DJ tech world.